What up, is Marcus with Dynasty Fun Dads. We are going to be going through a video of one of the biggest mistakes that I see in Dynasty Fantasy Football, why sometimes winning a trade can actually tear and destroy your fantasy championship or your Dynasty championship chances. This is going to be the last weekend of Memorial Day weekend. I'll either be back Monday or Tuesday. If you're new to the channel, we're going to be going through, or we're going to be giving away a DeAndre Swift jersey here. Probably soon. We're kind of cruising up on the subscribers here lately. So, the biggest mistake in Dynasty Fantasy Football, and I've seen this in my longest running leagues, the highest paying leagues. I see this with teams that are into that. They're contenders. They are potentially even top 3, top 4 teams. And what they do is they take one of their biggest assets, a Jonathan Taylor, a Justin Jefferson, even a CeeDee Lamb, or even a Najee Harris or something along the line. They get really good value. They actually win the trade potentially, but they destroy their team in doing so. And what I mean by that is I saw Jonathan Taylor in a league that had Patrick Mahomes, or that team has Patrick Mahomes, CeeDee Lamb, Michael Pittman Jr. They have plenty of other players. Really, their weakness is running back, and they just traded him away for A.J. Dillon and a bunch of firsts. Now, ultimately, could he win that trade? Yes. But it is one of the biggest mistakes I see because he wanted that 2023 class. This is a team, and you might see these teams do this. 2018, 2019, he was all preparing for the 2020 draft. Getting CeeDee Lamb, getting Jonathan Taylor, getting some of these players. In fact, it had pretty much half the first in our league in 2020. And now is doing the same thing in 2023. What's going to happen in 2026? Probably the exact same thing. What happens is these teams get pick happy. They look at some of these classes. They almost overanalyze. It's okay if you don't have a pick in 2020. It's okay if you don't have a pick in 2023 if you're going for a championship. You need to go for championships. This is not he traded away Jonathan Taylor. Could he do a plan B move or an option C move? Could he take some of those first and trade and get more players and stuff? Yes, but you've literally just given away your best championship type player, Jonathan Taylor. And I've seen this in other leagues where people are trading away Justin Jefferson, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, George Kittle. They're trading away very, very elite players for the 2023 draft class. Because 2023 draft class is supposed to be great. It could be great. You're going to have some duds in there. You're always going to have duds in the 2020 class. You have CH, Cam Akers, Jalen Reagor, Henry Ruggs. You're going to have some players that are not going to be as great. But you're trading it for the 2023. You're trading it for the ifs and hopes. And if he gets Bijan Robinson and he gets some other players and it ends up being a better trade for him, good. Awesome. But you gave away your chance. Really, I think it was a probably 1 in 3 chance. It's me, him, and another team. They're 3 top teams, and now there's only 2. You really gave yourself a 33% chance of winning a championship this year, and now you have pushed it down to now he's a middle-of-the-road team, losing Jonathan Taylor, that is. It doesn't make sense for some of these teams. I saw it in another league. They traded away CeeDee Lamb, a team that desperately needed a really was weak in wide receiver, had Najee Harris and Javonte Williams, had Christian McCaffrey. Those were the running backs. In Superflex, had Josh Allen, had Jalen Hurts. In tight end, had Kittle. Had a team. And is trading away now players to get the 2023 picks because, the 2023 picks, what could they be? They could be something amazing. It could be the next Javonte. It could be the next Jonathan Taylor. It could be the next Justin Jefferson. Could be ifs, whats. Honestly, I love picks. I've talked to people a couple days ago about the strategy of I'm almost tempted now that the picks have become so valuable, so overhyped, that I would rather trade the picks away and get the players. There's so much bust rate. Even I talked about that 2020 class. Look at the first 10 picks. You have Cam Akers, which right now we're going to call him a bust. J.K. Dobbins, it could be called a bust. We'll just say CH is a bust. Henry Ruggs is a bust. Jalen Reagor is a bust. And J.K. Dobbins is, we'll just say, half bust. Him and Cam Akers are maybe half bust. So you have 4 out of 10 that are probably busts. And then, 6 out of 10 you have Jonathan Taylor. You do have Justin Jefferson. And in Superflex, it changes as well because you do have some of those quarterbacks. But even Tua has been a player that has struggled. Yes, Burrow and Herbert have been amazing, but you have Tua that has struggled. You have Jordan Love, who was drafted kind of in that flux, probably end of first, and he's been irrelevant now. So it's just, you can trade away. It frustrates me because I see teams do this all the time. They get so close, so close, so close, and then they still have a window. They still have a good 12, 20. In this case, that team had a lot of long window with Mahomes and Lamb and Pittman. Like, he's a young team looking to get and improve, and you're trading away. Yes, running backs have this short window, but Jonathan Taylor's 23. He could be great for the next 4 years. I see teams trading away Javonte, trading away Najee. Yes, Javonte has a super high value, so you better get Breece Hall and something. Yes, you better get to that now. I don't want to trade Javonte for 2 firsts. And even if it's like an early first and a mid first, I don't want that if I'm a contending team. Which is all the more important when people ask me for trades. I ask simple questions. Superflex, not superflex, because that's important if it's a QB or tight end in there, if it's superflex or tight end premium. How many teams are in the league, and where are you into that sphere? Are you a top 3-4 team, which is I call the contending? You have probably 5 through 8, which I would say reloading. Maybe young teams that are trying to push into that top 4, or they need to marinate for another 12 months, and then maybe they those Lambs and Pittmans and stuff kind of push up. But I mean, Patrick Mahomes, I mean, he's amazing. Maybe you're marinating and you're pushing for that 12-month push, and you could be a team that is dangerous in playoffs with a couple injuries kind of go your way, or an injury or 2. And then you have the rebuilding teams, the 9 through 12, which those teams absolutely acquire your 2023 picks. If you have Jonathan Taylor and no one else, if Jonathan Taylor is your roster, yeah, I'm okay with trading for 3 2023 firsts and grabbing something like that. Like, I am okay taking the King's ransom, taking the 3 2021 first and a 2023, 3 2023 first and maybe a 2023 second or 2 in there, and maybe throw a young player. I mean, honestly, it's got to be a lot because you are giving up Jonathan Taylor, the 101 in 1 QB, and it's still a first round startup. I mean, that's what's going to take to cost to get a top year quarterback, and Jonathan Taylor's into that sphere of being a first round startup. So really, it's 3 firsts plus something. In my opinion, if I'm somebody that's going after Jonathan Taylor, I'm willing to do that. I'm willing to give up the 3 firsts plus something to get Jonathan Taylor for the next 4 or 5 years. Like, woo, I want that. So again, the biggest mistake in Dynasty Fantasy Football is selling too early and just being way over too valued on those picks. If you're a contending team, go for that championship. Championships don't come around every single year. So, I mean, honestly, if you're smart about it, you can try to stay into that high reload early in that contention mode, but you got to go for it. You got to go for it. You can't trade away Jonathan Taylor if you're a top 3 team. You can't trade away Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen if you're a top 3 team in Superflex. You just can't do it. Not Herbert, not Burrow, not Dak. You just can't do it. All right? That's my little rant here. All right, have a good Memorial Day weekend, everyone. Thanks for watching the channel here today, and we will see you either Monday or Tuesday, depending on what time I get back home from the lake. All right, peace out, everyone. Take care.